Speaking the truth, no one else has the guts to say. The Charlie Kirk Show.
Okay, everybody, email us as always, freedom@charliekirk.com. Let's play cut 53, please. You guys know how it works. Open mic. We're going to be here for a couple hours, so get comfortable. So you would get rid of all borders.
Yes.
What species is the baby in the womb?
It's a human. But
therefore, they should have human rights.
No.
He's a liar. You're a typical leftist because you only care about yourself, not about the other people. It's very clear by how you're acting. What can I do to save the country? You answer that question every single day. You are doing something that is bigger than you.
A lot of people. How are we doing?
I'm on the move like a runaway. No turning back, I pick up the pace. I do not care what the others say. Listen, I told you that I did not come to play. We about to take it to higher heights. History's waiting when I arrive. Today is the dawn of a new, and I'm about to show them that they cannot hold me down. When you won't win, then you learn from your losses. We came from the bottom, and now we the bosses. The future is yours, so what will you choose? If you give it your all, you got nothing to lose.
We'll be right back. Oh, we still have a minute? Then we'll play the AmFest promo too. Let's play cut 54. America Fest is the starting point for us to take America to greater heights in 2025. We have a team that is ready to change the world and bring America back to greatness.
Experience the greatest celebration of America. 4 days, thousands of patriots, the loudest voices, the strongest leaders, featuring Charlie Kirk, Tucker Carlson, Steve Bannon, Jesse Waters, Greg Gutfeld, Grant Cardone, Rob Schneider, Matt Walsh, Michael Knowles, Glenn Beck, Riley Gaines, Todd Chrisley, Savannah Chrisley, and more. December 18th to 21st in Phoenix, Arizona. The movement meets here. You won't want to miss this. Register now at amfest.com.
Okay, everybody, we're here at the Bitcoin.com studio. That is the Bitcoin.com studio. So it's been, I'd say, a week or two, probably, since we've covered the Epstein situation. We were covering a lot of other stories. And the media, they were waiting for this. You see, Congress, they brought in a lot of the Epstein victims, and it's undoubtedly terrible what Epstein did to the underage high school girls and groomed them and sexually abused them. They're bringing in all of these Epstein victims. Interestingly, one of them is a man, so that's breaking news, at least to me. I don't quite know all the details surrounding that. But NBC News thought they had their moment. It is the media, they want nothing more than to be able to tie this to Donald Trump. They bring all of these Epstein victims, one after the other, and they have their big moment. The media is just waiting for a metaphorical kill shot on Donald Trump. Amazingly, of all the questions they could ask, this is the one. But in some ways, I'm kind of glad they asked it. In kind of a sick and twisted way, I'm glad they did. I'm glad they were able to air it out, because this was a swing and a miss and a media loss right here. And this kind of goes to show that there's a lot of misinformation and half-truths that are circulating around this entire thing, especially in the proximity of President Trump, especially. And so President Donald Trump has been thrown in to all of this unnecessarily. So here it is, NBC News, ready to go. Try to get Donald Trump. We got him dead to rights. We got the panel. We got them all lined up. This is going to be it. The NBC producers, they're waiting and they're waiting. We're going to have our moment. We're going to play cut 400.
I do have to ask, and I know, and it's just something that I think we're compelled to at this moment, with the attention on President Trump, with these questions around a pardon, did anybody see or hear of the president himself doing anything inappropriate as it related to Jeffrey Epstein?
No.
No. No. The answer is no. No, President Donald Trump was not involved in any of that stuff. Period. Hard stop. So anticlimactic. No. No. This is Cut 401. This is another one of the Epstein victims. Several of us as a team of survivors have been discussing creating our own list of names. We know the names. Many of us were abused by them, and now together as survivors will confidentially compile the names. Play Cut 401.
Several of us Epstein survivors have been discussing creating our own list of names. We know the names. Many of us were abused by them. Now together as survivors, we will confidentially compile the names we all know were regularly in the Epstein world. And it will be done by survivors and for survivors. No one else is involved.
So, there is ongoing reporting, though. This is why you got to be very careful with this stuff, everybody. You saw this with the Jerry Sandusky case in Penn State. You got to be very, very careful with situations like this, because you can get a bandwagon effect where a lot of people use half-truths to be able to get money from a guy that obviously had a lot of assets. So you got to have a lot. You got to pursue evidence. But you saw right there with the other previous clip. I just got to replay this anticlimactic one. You got to see this big wind up from NBC. We got to replay Cut 400. Replay Cut 400.
I do have to ask, and I know, and it's just something that I think we're compelled to at this moment, with the attention on President Trump, with these questions around a pardon, did anybody see or hear of the president himself doing anything inappropriate as it related to Jeffrey Epstein?
No.
I could watch that on repeat. That's the entire media narrative poof. By the way, if the answer was yes, we would have heard this years ago. If Biden would have been sitting on files that showed Donald Trump compromised with anything Epstein, they would have released this a long time ago. And I'm just going to be honest, with a lot of these movements that we see, we saw this with Sandusky, we saw this with others, and Michael Tracy on Twitter, quote, the British model and socialite who stayed in contact with Jeffrey Epstein into her 30s and who was ruled by a judge to have endured no illegal sexual activity is currently speaking at the big Epstein press conference. So you get a lot of hanger-ons, you get a lot of bandwagon effect, you get a lot of people in moments like this that are going to try to either get money or try to ruin somebody's character, and especially they'll try to ruin Donald Trump's character. And you saw on NBC that they can't even do that. You got to use discernment. You got to use prudence. So you got to stay very cautious. Remember the lessons of the Me Too movement. Remember Kavanaugh. Remember all of that. Due process, facts first. Let's go a couple minutes overtime to complete the point. Go to the break.